Hello folks, it's getting late, so I can't promise that my brain will work. But let's try. Well, this issue I've spoken about a few times is about the mind. And the mind isn't your friend at all. No. Well, if you're quite low, in your mood, sometimes you get lower, lower, lower because your mind tells you there's no hope and your friends are bad, and people will say you're really stupid. Their mind says they're right. And when you're depressed, really depressed, your mind tells you that if you kill yourself, it's better for your family and friends because you can't hurt them again. If you live, you're going to hurt them all the time by the way you live. If you had a friend like that who was telling you that sort of thing, you would tell your friend to F off. But if you killed your friend who was telling you that sort of thing, most courts will say, okay, we understand. You shouldn't have killed that person, but we understand why you killed that person because that person was really, really nasty to you. Yeah, but your mind is like that all the time. Yeah. Bill Burr makes a joke about men's penises being their best friend and saying, you can do what you want, and if you want that woman, you can have that woman, and all that sort of stuff. But it's not that area. It's telling you, it's your mind that's telling you all that sort of stuff. Your mind is telling you it doesn't matter if you do that. No one will know, you won't hurt anyone, and it'll be great. It's your mind telling you that. It's not your penis telling you, it's your mind. All those thoughts you have, and you have no idea at all what damage is being done by the fact that you're not completely shutting your mind off and saying, enough! That's why we're supposed to love God with our heart, and our soul, and our mind. Completely. Every part of our body, including the mind, have to submit to God. Why? Because if our mind doesn't submit to God, then that mind is our enemy all the time. Just listen to people and the problems they have, and it's all in the mind. But most of it is, isn't it, really? Most of it is, because most of the damage done to people isn't physical, it's mental and emotional. And that's all coming through the mind. And what the mind is accepting and how the mind deals with things. So your mind is not your friend. Not at all. Well, as I said, look at the church and look at the people in church and look at how they are. It's because of their minds. Their mind is telling them they're really important if they pray the Hollywood way. Big prayers that take a lot of time to stop and no one can actually agree with. Their mind tells them that's really, really good. And their mind tells them that when the speaker is doing good, say, Jesus, well done, man, and speak to other people next to you, and that sort of thing. Their mind is telling them to do that. Yeah. It's not God. Their mind is telling them to do it because that's what they're supposed to do. If they're spiritual. Yeah, of course. If you're spiritual, then you're supposed to be doing that so people can hear you, not the speaker. Yeah, that's God's way, isn't it, really? No, it's not. It's the devil's way. But it comes from your mind. It doesn't come from God. People are being led by the mind still in church. They shouldn't be led by the mind. They should be being led by the Spirit. But that's the point. If your mind is leading you, then you're in trouble. Completely trouble. Because your mind doesn't care about the spiritual way. Or God's way, really. As I said before, your mind was your God before you give your life to God. It doesn't want to submit to God at all. It still wants to be your God, your mind. So, yeah. There's a lack of understanding. We're starting to see, like leaders. It's the leader's mind that tells them that they are all powerful and that they are the pastor, they are the protector, they are the teacher, they are the worship leader, they are this and that and this and that and the other, the leader, the guide, the this and that and the other. Yeah, it's their mind that tells them they're so important. Yeah. It's their mind that's basically trying to destroy them. And when you question that, their mind says, who is this person questioning you? That's the mind. It's not God. God wouldn't say that to someone. God would never say, who is this person who's questioning you? God will say, okay, is it true what the person is saying? Is it true? If it's true, deal with it. If it's not true, don't worry about it. That's what God will say. He won't say ignore what he's saying because this person is not important enough to question you. Or big enough to question you. Or you can't trust that person because you don't know enough about that person for that person to question you. That's not God's way. It's the world's way, which is the devil's way. But it's the mind's way. The mind tells you that. So most of the problems we have in our lives, in our church, in the world, is because of the minds of people. Not because of anything else, just the minds of people. And the minds being in charge and leading people. It's a massive problem that God needs to sort out. Especially in the church. Yeah. That's why your mind has to submit to God. So hopefully this will help someone. So there you go. God bless. Speak to you later. Bye bye.